Hey, everybody. First, I just want to say I pray that you all are doing well, that you guys are safe, and that nobody in your family has been affected by this virus. If there have been family members that have been affected, I pray that they're recovering. I pray that if you unfortunately have lost someone due to the virus or just period, praying for you as well, praying for your strength through this time. But what I what I want to emphasize is once again, everybody stay safe, everybody stay smart, and let's let this thing pass through the way it's supposed to. They've got a multiple phase rollout that they're doing to kind of get things back together again. We don't know how that's all going to happen, how that's going to be, how that's going to turn out, because once you hit phase one, anything can happen. Now, I will take that, what they're doing, and tell us to apply it to ourselves. So just like they have an agenda that, phase one is this, phase two is this, phase three is this, let's put our goals and our dreams in their phases as well, because we know that everything that we're doing is not going to happen right away. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some effort. We're going to have to take steps. We got to get to step one before we get to step two before step three, so on and so forth. So what we should do is just like they're doing with this phased approach to get us back into our normal lives. In order for us to get to that next level, let's take that phased approach as well. Let's step through each one. Let's go through and write down what is phase one. Here's my ultimate goal. My ultimate goal is to accomplish this, or to do this, or to have this done. Well, okay, in order to get to there, where do we need to start? Because we're not going to go from 0 to 100. We're going to have to step through it a little bit at a time. So what is your first phase? What are the steps in the first phase of your goal, reaching your goal? Let's map that out. After you've accomplished phase one, what's phase two? After you accomplish phase two, phase three. Now, when you do those, then of course, phase two is dependent upon the completion of phase one. So when we do plan out phase one, let's put ourselves into a deadline. This is when we want to have these things accomplished. That way, they're not just things out there that we're just saying, okay, I want to do this, but there's no deadline to it, which means there's no motivation to get it done because I haven't given myself a limitation as to when it needs to be done. So when we are making our plans, then we need to go through and make sure that we give ourselves deadlines now, that we have to go through and pursue, because once again, that gives us that end date that this has to be done. Now, in the process of going through and accomplishing phase one, there may be some hiccups. That's fine. And if we may have to push that date back, that's fine too. But at least we're making progress. We found out that, okay, phase one is going to take a little bit longer than we thought, which of course pushes back phase two. So, but as long as we're going in and we're making progress, then that's fine. As long as phase one is in action, keep moving. If it gets pushed back, keep pushing it back, but it's only being pushed back because what you're doing is you're finding ways that whatever it is that you're trying to do is not working, or it's taking a little bit longer than you expect it to, but you know what you're doing. You're continuing to move forward. And that's the most important thing. If you've heard any of my videos, then that's the one thing I always emphasize, is that we have to keep moving forward. No matter what's going on, we have to continue to press. We have to continue to move. That's the only way for us to get to our goals, is to continue to move forward. Don't let the small little obstacles that come in our way, or they may be huge things, but just like, the old saying is, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. How do you overcome that mountain? One step at a time. You just conquer it a little bit at a time. You don't try to do everything at once. You take your time. You do it smart, strategically. That way, when you accomplish it, you don't have to revisit that again. You've overcome it. You've learned the lessons that were necessary for you to overcome that hurdle, for you to climb that mountain. So as you're progressing, continuing through phase one or even into phase two, and you may run into another obstacle, at least you're prepared for it because you've dealt with something like it or that exact same thing in phase one. So you know what it takes. It takes you less time now to overcome it because I've been there and done that. I can now go in and look for something new. But understand that as you're going through phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, all the way until you reach your goal, which technically you never reach it because you're always going to push yourself further and further, but you're always going to run into something. But don't ever let that something stop you from moving forward. So I want you to go through and give yourself a phased agenda on how you want to accomplish your goal. Only you can plan it out. If you do need somebody to plan it out with you, hey, I'm available. You know how to reach me through my email, through Facebook, through Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, all those different platforms I'm in. I'm even in Snapchat. Haven't done TikTok. I think I'll leave that one alone. But yeah, I can be reached in a lot of different social media area. Just reach out if we want to go through. Right now, Zoom is a big thing. We can set up meetings. We can just do a video call over the phone, a WhatsApp, all those different things. So there's multiple ways that of course I can be contacted. But if you do have somebody that you can, run your ideas through, do it. It's always good to get another set of ears, another set of eyes on what it is that you're doing. So don't be afraid to reach out and to talk to someone, because your goals are your goals. They're worth pursuing. They're worth working on. They're worth making that effort. So make sure that when you do plan things out, you are doing them so that they're reachable goals. Even if it's baby steps. If phase 2 takes 100 steps, that's fine, because you'll still complete it. So work on it. Work hard on it. Pursue everything that you want, and don't let anything stop you. If you, once again, need to find someone to help you plan it out. But don't ever stop. Ready, set, go. Oh yeah, sorry. Before I even do that, don't forget you can always reach me, as I said, on YouTube. My videos are on YouTube. My website, wordsbywimberly.com. You can reach me by email at michael@wordsbywimberly.com. Social media, Words by Wimberly. LinkedIn, Michael Wimberly. All those different. And then I have my podcast that you can find on Spotify, which is also Words by Wimberly. So all those different areas, if you type in Words by Wimberly, then you should find me on multiple social media outlets, or of course my name, Michael Wimberly, in LinkedIn, and you can find me there as well. But once again, never stop pursuing, never stop moving forward. Make a plan, execute the plan, and let's go to the next level. Ready, set, go.